Hello everybody, I'm Yasir. Today in this video tutorial we will see a case study where we have fixed or done the troubleshooting of transmission oil pressure. Actually we were doing the troubleshooting of a transmission oil pressure gauge. It was not showing the proper reading, so we will discuss that particular troubleshooting scenario and that particular working. Okay, but before we go to that particular video, let's see the parameters of the engine for which we are talking about this problem related to the pressure gauge problem of the transmission oil. Okay, so we're talking about an engine which is installed actually in a fluid pump. Okay, this fluid pump, as you can see the picture, this fluid pump belongs to Jera. Okay, and this engine model is DDC S60 and it have 600 HP horsepower, and the transmission model is Allison 4700 OFS. Okay, so this is the detail of the engine and the transmission for which we are going to discuss this case study. Okay, at the same time, let's see the range of the transmission oil pressure for this particular transmission. As we can see, it is from 180 till 300 psi. The minimum value is 180 and the maximum is 300. But the average approximate value is approximately 200 to 240 for these fluid pumps. Okay, so the optimum value for the transmission oil pressure should be 200. But here in this video you can see the value of the transmission oil pressure is less than 200, which is 100. Okay, here you can see in this video this value is 100 psi, but it should be more than 200. So it means there is a problem in the transmission oil pressure. Either there is a problem in the transmission or there is a problem in the gauge. So this was our actually problem or the target to solve this issue, that the problem is in the gauge or it is in the transmission. So how did we solve? Let's see. To fix this issue, we started both engine of the fluid pump. Okay, so here's the first engine. As you can see, at 1402 rpm, the pressure of the transmission oil is 200. Okay, this is a side A, as you can see. Okay, this is side A pump. Okay, now we have side B for the same pump. Okay, and the rpm is same here, 1421. But here if you can see, the transmission oil pressure is 100, which means this pressure is not correct pressure. Okay, so we need to fix this one. So how did we fix this one? It is in this next segment of this video tutorial. Okay, here is the transmission of that particular engine which is installed in this fluid pump, and here we have this pressure sensor which is sensing the transmission pressure and which is installed at the bottom of the transmission section. Okay, here you can see in this video at the bottom we have this transmission sensor. Okay, in this transmission where this sensor is installed, we install the mechanical pressure gauge. Okay, so as you can see in this mechanical pressure gauge, the pressure is 200 psi. So the conclusion is that the problem is not in the transmission. Transmission is okay. The only problem was in the gauge. So later we changed the gauge, we replaced the gauge, and the problem was resolved. So this was the proposed procedure we followed, that we use this mechanical gauge and install in the transmission to see that the problem is in the transmission or it is in the pressure gauge, because this mechanical gauge is showing 200, which is the right value. So the problem is in the gauge, not in the transmission. Transmission is working good.